Welcome to yet another video for News in General. Once again, I am Jason Goya, the owner of newsingeneral.com, and welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. I kind of took a little hiatus, a break, if you will, and it did me a lot of good. So now I'm back, and hopefully better than ever, and ready to get this show on the road. So today's topic is 9/11. It's September 8th, I believe. So that terrible day is coming up soon, and a lot of talk around Facebook, Twitter, and also on other YouTube videos and other YouTube channels. I've been seeing a lot of talk about how we should be on alert, how big cities should be on alert, and we should kind of be afraid. Now that's been said ever since 9/11 happened. Okay, ever since 9/11 happened, every time this date would come around, everybody would say, we're on high alert, we're worried, we're scared. Let's have extra, police force and basically just be on high alert. And nothing ever really happened. Okay, but the reason why we have to worry now, I feel, and so does a lot of other people, is because of the activity over in the Middle East, the activity in the Mexican border. And what I mean by that is, okay, we got the Ukraine, the uproar going on over there, the fighting, the killing that's going on over there. Then we got ISIS beheading journalists, saying that New York is next, saying that they're going to be taking care of our cities and stuff, and basically destroying the United States. And I honestly feel the government isn't doing enough. I think we should have stayed out of Iraq in the first place, and maybe all this stuff now that's happening now wouldn't have happened. So if we would have stayed out of the Middle East in the beginning, none of this would have happened. But George Bush had to poke his nose in someone else's business, and we got to go over and let's take over the country, and let's occupy it and change, convert them basically. And ISIS, the people involved in ISIS did not like that, and we basically kind of crushed. The Taliban and al-Qaeda kind of was the major role back then. We heard about them all the time. We never really heard about ISIS. And I feel like we created ISIS in a way. Once we went over there, once we, kind of killed people for no reason, all the stuff surfaced with the WikiLeaks there, all those videos surfaced, and killing the innocent children and stuff like that, and fathers holding their child with missing arms and stuff like that. They got upset about that. They got upset about that, and so now we're looking at these people, beheading journalists and stuff from America, and we're looking at what the heck, what are they doing? The only thing is the government did this. They did what the ISIS is doing. They killed innocent people. They blew them up. They shot them all to hell. But they didn't record it and blast it all over to the media, right? ISIS is doing that. What happened with ISIS, what the beheadings and all of this, they're doing that. They're putting this out there. They're letting them see what to expect if we keep doing what we're doing. And there's no slowing down, I think, for the United States. We're going to just keep on doing, keep on occupying, killing, and stuff like that. So where I'm going with this is that we have to worry now, because ISIS is strong now. ISIS has built up. They're really strong. They have the ability to come in the United States right now, and there probably are quite a few numbers in the United States already that are affiliated with ISIS. And also other terrorist organizations. The government knows about this. There's camps all over the United States, and they don't do anything. They don't go and raid them and tear them all down. Why aren't we going after all these people that are here in the United States that are affiliated with either ISIS or another terrorist organization from the Middle East? We let them stay there. We let them, do what they do. And then we also got other people that live here in the United States that fund these terrorist organizations. Okay, now we know the NSA's capabilities of monitoring all this type of stuff. Why don't they monitor these people more than what they're monitoring the innocent? The innocent. Why are we just why are the people that are funding ISIS and all these terrorist organizations, why are they still able to do this? Why are they still getting funded from people living here in the United States, or even in Canada, or possibly Mexico? I don't understand the whole government, what they're doing with this ISIS, what they're doing with these terrorist organizations. If it was me, they would be done, gone, out of here. I would make sure I'd be freaking monitoring their bank accounts, monitoring who's who, where are they from, what, stuff like that, and then take care of them once I found out, they were taking part in, these activities, these illegal, inhumane activities. Because even though if these funders, they don't kill, they don't, take part in that, they're still a part of the organization. They're still a part of ISIS. They're still a part of these terrorist organizations because they are funding their activities. And one big scary thing is that I think is one of these, high officials, government officials. What if they are in league or like, kind of doing back alley deals with these terrorist organizations? That's why they're allowed to stay in the United States, because these high members in the government and Congress are allowing them to stay. They're covering their butts basically, hiding them out. Someone goes in Congress and says, okay, well, what about why don't we just take care of the ISIS members and the terrorist organizations that are here in the United States? And then a bunch of other Congress members who are in league with these guys, they say, oh no, let's not worry about that. That we're not worried. That's not the big problem here. We got to worry about them overseas, because we can't go and take care of them easily. We got to pass all this stuff. We got to go and get all the military ready. But here in the United States, it would be easy for them to take care of the terrorist organizations within the United States, because it's our home. It's the homeland. They're here. They can just go and send some SWAT team or whatever, or military people. But see, there's no money in that. There's a lot more money in sending military troops or military over to other countries. But for them to take action here in the United States against these terrorist organizations that are in the United States, there's not a lot of money in that. That's basically a waste of money. Because these terrorist organizations are basically helping out the stock market, helping out the economy basically, because they're buying food, they're paying for groceries here in the United States, they're paying for their rent and cars and so on and so forth. So they're kind of contributing to the economy here in the United States. So why get rid of all of them? Why get rid of the people like me who speak out about the government, or speak out about what's going on? That's because not only there are other laws against that, but people like me, there's a lot of people like me that are speaking out against the government. However, if they were to get rid of them all, that would be a big big blow to the economy, because I wouldn't being able to buy stuff anymore. Wouldn't be able to buy a home, stuff like that. So if we were to wipe out all those people, not only is it against the laws, against the Constitution and everything, but it's also against the money idea of U.S. being completely rich, even though we're freaking not. The rich are richer, the poor are poorer. The rich want to get richer, and without us, the people like me, they're not going to get rich, because they don't have people like me buying up all this stuff and paying for this and paying for that, so on and so forth. So I don't know why I'm going off topic, but I haven't talked to you guys in a while. I'm kind of getting back in the rhythm here. So yeah, I am worried about the 9/11 stuff that's coming up. The date's coming up. I am worried because ISIS is in power now over in the Middle East. Also Ukraine and Russia. I'm worried about that as well. I'm worried about the border and all the people that are coming in from Mexico. Who is that exactly coming in, because there's not really monitoring what's going on and who's coming over. So I mean, if okay, hypothetically, if I was an ISIS member, a big time guy that was a ISIS terrorist or whatever, I would say, let's go to freaking Mexico. Let's sneak into Mexico, or let's sneak into South America, or let's even sneak into freaking Haiti, or one of the islands over by Florida, because a lot of people get in to Florida and into the United States by coming over on boats and stuff, but they're also coming over on land through Mexico border. So I would say either go to Mexico, or that's mostly the plausible way of getting in, is going to Mexico and just going through the border. Yeah, there's two ways of getting in, really. I mean, I don't know about Canada. I'm not sure about Canada, because there is kind of a lot more what would you call it? A lot more security with that border. But yeah, I would tell them, go to Mexico. You can cross over very easily. You'll be good to go. Once you get to Mexico, or once you get to the United States, start building up, gather all the followers and all the ISIS members and terrorists and stuff, and start doing damage. So that's scary, and I don't know why the government isn't taking care of that. That's scary to think, and that's why I'm very worried, and that's why this other person here on Facebook is also worried as well. This Facebook group is called Taking Back America. I'll provide a link in the description. But she says here, Diane Savage, we've got about 1,400 members here. She says, important from a fellow patriot, RCVD today. I want you to know that about 30 minutes ago, my uncle called all of us and told us that the U.S. government is on high alert today and the rest of the week. He works at Warner Robins Air Force Base in Georgia. He told me to stock up on ammo, water, food, and toilet paper, and to prepare for the worst, as he says large cities could be attacked this week around the U.S. He said that is all he could tell me, that there is more but to be prepared. We have never heard him this nervous, she says. This is FYI, for your information. God bless you and your family. So that's scary, guys. That is freaking scary. If this post is true, and this person, her uncle called her and told her, you know, that cities might be attacked coming in a few days or coming this week, and to stock up on stuff, that's freaky, because we're at a time where we got to worry about this now. We got to really worry, because people are being unregulated and getting into the United States. We got Russia and Ukraine, and then we got us going over there. And then we got the I.S.I.S. and the killings of American photographers and journalists. So we got a lot to worry about. And frankly, I'm plenty stocked up. I live with my dad, guys, and we're both kind of a prepper type. You know, we got the prepper mentality. We got a big semi-tractor trailer right out on our lawn, and we got a lot of room in that sucker. We could convert that into like a little bunker, you know. My dad's got a lot of friends that are into construction and stuff. We could just run it like a backhoe or something, bury that sucker underground, and get into that, and that be our little safe haven there, a little getaway. But yeah, I mean, if I was you guys, I wouldn't take this lightly, you know, because there is a possibility of this happening, bombs going off. I mean, you know, it's possible. It's possible. And I'm just glad to be back. Glad to be back on the News in General channel here. I kind of missed doing these videos and providing news and my ideas about things, and giving it to you guys, and also hearing what you guys have to say. So glad to be back, and hopefully there'll be plenty more videos. I pray that nothing happens this week, and like in years. I hope nothing happens, but it's inevitable. Something's going to happen, like it always does. You know, Boston bombings and all these other, you know, the Ferguson stuff that went on. I wish I would have covered that for you guys. I do apologize for not covering Ferguson, but I really needed to take a break and a hiatus away from the internet, and it did me some good. So if you're having some problems and you just want to get away, shut your data off your phone, get off the internet, and take a hiatus and just go out and just leave the internet world for a while, because it's eye-opening. It's eye-opening, and it's relaxing as well. So thank you guys for watching. Once again, I am Jason Goya, the owner of newsingeneral.com. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to leave the comments below what you guys think of the possibility of an attack coming in the United States in major cities from ISIS or another terrorist organization. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out. Would say we're on high alert, we're worried, we're scared. Let's have extra, you know, police force, and basically just be on high alert. And nothing ever really happened. Okay, but the reason why we have to worry now, I feel, and so does a lot of other people, is because of... Welcome to yet another video for News in General. Once again, I am Jason Goya, the owner of newsingeneral.com, and welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. I kind of took a little hiatus, a break, if you will, and it did me a lot of good. So now I'm back, and hopefully better than ever, and ready to get this show on the road. So today's topic is 9/11. It's September 8th, I believe. So that terrible day is coming up soon, and a lot of talk around Facebook, Twitter, and also on other YouTube videos and other YouTube channels. I've been seeing a lot of talk about how we should be on alert, how big cities should be on alert, and we should kind of be, you know, be afraid. Now that's been said ever since 9/11 happened, okay? ever since 9/11 happened, every time this date would come around, everybody of the activity over in the Middle East, the activity in the Mexican border. And what I mean by that is, okay, we got the Ukraine, the uproar going on over there, the fighting, the killing that's going on over there. Then we got ISIS beheading journalists, saying that New York is next, saying that, you know, they're